Next question was from Bean Sport on Twitter. Bean Sport asked to rank these managers from the greatest to the least greatest, I guess. On this nine, we have Carlo Ancelotti, Sir Alex Ferguson, Marcelo Lippi, Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, Didier Deschamps, Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, and Thomas Tuchel. That's a that's an odd selection. That's a really odd selection. I would expect to have like someone like Zidane, someone like Diego Simeone, whatever. So I'm gonna say of this ninth, I'm gonna go from bottom up. So Thomas Tuchel is gonna be my ninth. Why Tuchel? Because as brilliant as promising as his career has been, and as brilliant as he is, and he's a very fine tactician. He always tried new things. So, but I just feel like he hasn't done enough. Now he has won the Champions League with Chelsea. Also, was in the Champions League final with Paris Saint Germain. So he has earned his stripes. But now he's in Bayern Munich. Let's see how he does. I just think his body of work is not as consistent as far as like longevity and consistently winning. So I'm gonna say Thomas Tuchel is ninth. Not that it's necessarily what I guess I'm gonna go by achievement. Also, it's gonna be a mix of achievement, but also vision, and also coaching style. I'm gonna say Tuchel is ninth, just because, like I say, he hasn't seemed like he's the new guy in town. So I'm gonna disqualify Didier Deschamps because his career now has been way more focused on national team. To be honest, is Deschamps a coach that I really respect. I just feel like as a club level, he coached Monaco. He was very good with Monaco. He won some titles in French. Also, made it to the Champions League final. 2003 was it? 2003 I think maybe 2004, 2003 maybe. No, hold on. No, 2003 was. Pretty sure it was AC Milan 2003. Milan and Juve. Didn't they go to the final? When did Monaco? Oh, 2004, I think. Isn't it when Jose Mourinho won with Porto? So it could be 2004 if my memory serves me right. So I just want to say that Deschamps is a very good coach, but it's been in the national team for like more than 10 years now. He's a great coach. No, maybe I shouldn't even disqualify him. To be honest, like why count more? Let's see. Like I say, Champions League final with Monaco, win the league, the French league, and with Olympique Marseille. He was the coach. He was Juventus coach when they were in Serie B, and he brought them back to Serie A. It's not much of an achievement. Should it be counted as an achievement to win the Serie B with Juve? But I just want to point out that he's the type of coach. Now, beside him, all these other coach haven't had that extensive national team career. But Deschamps is a very good coach, to be honest. With France, he won the World Cup, and then he lost one in the final in November. He lost the Euros in the final. He won the Nations League with France. He's won a lot. He's won the World Cup, a Nation League, League 1 with Marseille, and some bunch of league cups. But yeah, I just think because he's way too focused on national team, I'm gonna put him 8 on the list. Up next, next in line will be like Jose Mourinho or Jurgen. Wait. Hold on. Nah, Arsene Wenger. I almost passed Arsene Wenger. I know he's such a legend in England, but that's the thing. He's only a legend in England. Like he didn't do anything remarkable as far as I'm concerned outside of England. So yeah, Arsene Wenger is gonna be my number 7. Between Ferguson, Mourinho, and Klopp, because of longevity. No way. It's gonna be Klopp. No way. Ferguson had won the Champions League multiple times, anyways, and he won a ton of trophies with Manchester United. So I'm gonna say also he won in Scotland. Didn't he win the Scottish leagues? I think he did before he came to Manchester United. I think he won it maybe twice, like way early in the 80s. And I'm gonna say Jurgen Klopp is gonna be my number 6 on my list, and then I'm gonna have to say Jose Mourinho. I'm sorry. Now Mourinho, what he has that's great about him, he won with Porto. He won the Champions League with Porto, and I like those coaches that can win with teams that don't have massive budget. But anyways, Mourinho's gonna be my 5th on the list, and then now we only have left Carlo Ancelotti, Ferguson, Matteo Lippi, and Guardiola. Now I'm gonna hesitate between these 3. Here's the problem. Ferguson won a ton with Man United in England. It's definitely in the pantheon in England. Probably greatest Premier League coach, I guess. Who knows? But here's the thing. If you're just talking about, he didn't really have like an actual style of play. The reason why I'm not trying to put Ferguson on before Matteo Lippi. Now, most people don't even remember how good of a coach Matteo Lippi was. But Lippi was the man with Juve. He won the league like back to back in the 90s, and then he won again twice back to back. He won like 5 times the Calcio. Also, he won the World Cup with Italy in 2006, and he won the Champions League too. So he won the Champions League as a coach. He won the World Cup as a coach. He won also a bunch of Serie A titles. So as far as his resume, I kind of like him better than when Ferguson won the Champions League multiple times. But like I say, Lippi did win the Champions League and the World Cup with Italy in 2006. Winning the World Cup kind of put him, to be honest, as far as achievement, more impressive than Guardiola. But the problem is, Guardiola has obviously changed football. Maybe not forever, but the last 10, 15 years, it's been all about the Guardiola's Barcelona tiki-taka. Everybody's playing that way. In fact, wasn't it Lothar Matthäus that just had a statement 3 or 4 days ago talking about Guardiola ruined Germany football, because before Germany used to play direct football, just like almost like Jurgen Klopp style football, but now they're passing the ball 100 times in the midfield, and he thinks that's the reason why Germany is declining, because they're trying to copy the style that everybody's trying to play now. Everybody's trying to play tiki-taka. Matter of fact, since tiki-taka has become so dominant, it feels like it coincides with Jose Mourinho not being any good anymore. Like Mourinho was good when he was like direct football, defending and counter attack. But since everybody's adopting and everybody wants to play that tiki-taka, he's got stuck on his way of staying the way he is, Jose Mourinho. I'll do it my way, or it's the highway. He hasn't, like, for all of his success, it's been a long time since he's actually won a real major trophy. He's going to talk about the Europa League, he's going to talk about the Cup in England, I'm talking about the Champions League. Not only not winning, he hasn't been in the picture. He's been bouncing around playing Europa Leagues and playing Europa League conferences. Like, to be honest, he hasn't been really relevant for a long time in the Champions League. So, yeah, his run was great. And then he coached Real Madrid and didn't win the Champions League in Real Madrid, and that's crazy. Yeah, his success are there. He always win cups here and there. Won the league here and there. But it's been a long time since he has been relevant as far as like Champions League relevancy. But anyways, style of play, Guardiola is better. But I'm gonna go achievement and the meaning of the achievement, like what the achievement actually mean, like not just how many titles you got, what are the weight of those titles. I'm gonna go Ferguson. There's no way well, here's the problem. Carlo Ancelotti is not untouchable in this list. Well, I haven't even mentioned him. Who's actually better, Ancelotti or Matteo Lippi? Of course, Ancelotti is going to take all the credit. He won the Champions League 4 times. 2 with Milan and 2 with Real Madrid. Also, he won the league, the French league, and with Paris. He won the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. He won the Premier League with Chelsea. He won. So he won. He won the Serie A, La Liga. Has he won La Liga? Yes, he did. He won the Serie A, La Liga, Premier League, Bundesliga, Liga. Wow, that's a hard one between these four: Ancelotti, Ferguson, Lippi, and Guardiola. Okay, let's go by elimination. Of these four, who's won the Champions League? Oh, four of them. Okay. Who's won the most Champions League? I believe it's Ancelotti. He has four. Okay, so we're gonna put him aside for a little bit. Guardiola has what, three? Two with Barcelona, and one he just won with Manchester City. Sir Alex Ferguson got two, and Marcelo Lippi got one. But Lippi won the World Cup. Ferguson didn't win the World Cup. He never even coached a national team. Who between these two? Now, Ferguson won a ton with Manchester United, like a bunch of trophies. The problem is, a lot of these trophies are like, not necessarily major trophies. He did win the Premier League 13 times. I mean, if you win the Premier League 13 times, come on, man. It gotta count for something. So I'm gonna go, unfortunately, Marcelo Lippi is gonna get bounced out. Although he won the Serie A 5 times. He also won in China. Didn't he coach in China? See, that's what I like to see. I like to see a coach get out of the comfort zone and win something, not just playing with big teams. But still, I'm going to put Marcelo Lippi out. So we have left Ancelotti, Sir Alex Ferguson, and Guardiola. As far as numbers of trophies, I'm pretty sure Ferguson has a ton of them. Problem is, all of them are just in the Premier League, to be honest. The other problem I have with Guardiola is, now, the good thing about Guardiola is he has won in Spain, La Liga, and the Champions League. He won in Germany, just like Carlo Ancelotti with Bayern Munich. He's won in England now with Manchester City. But here's the problem I have with him. He seems to only coach teams that have way too much money that he can buy all the players. He has that one style of play. The thing that makes him great is the thing that also makes him not so great. Is that one style of play. I don't see Guardiola. For example, Ancelotti went and coached Everton with financial issues. A coach like Guardiola, there's no way he can coach a team like Everton and still be as good as he did with. If you coach in Manchester City, Barcelona, or Bayern Munich, of course you're gonna have all the money and all the. You're basically coaching the best team of the country every time you go coach a team. When Ancelotti got out of his comfort zone and went coach Everton. So when would you see a coach like Guardiola coach a regular team that doesn't have billions so he can't buy all the players he wants to buy? I think that's what we can actually judge his actual, like, can he be not as successful, but can he keep his philosophy with players that not as good as the one that he always have? So that's like a question mark. So although he's changed football, he's only good with massive, big money teams because he can buy all the players he wants that he want to fit his system. Can he adapt to players that can't fit the system? I don't think so. So because of that reason, I'm going to eliminate Guardiola, although he's changed football. Now, these two finalists, he won a ton. Sir Alex Ferguson with Man United, like I said, 13-time Premier League. I'm not going to count the League Cup. Those are just the FA Cup. That's just too much. They're not really major trophies, to be honest. He won the Champions League twice. He won it 4 times. He's won, just like Guardiola, with big teams, but he also coached Everton. And he had a fairly good tenure over there. I'm going to say Ferguson is gone. I'm going to say Ancelotti. So it's going to be Ancelotti first, Ferguson second, Guardiola third, Marcelo Lippi fourth. I'm pretty sure Who would I have? Jurgen Klopp or Mourinho? I'm gonna say I think I have Mourinho, and then Klopp, and then Arsene Wenger, and then Didier Deschamps, and bottom last would be Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. This is a complicated exercise, a mental exercise to get all these facts in my head and all this. Yeah. I know it'd be easy to say I was wrong, blah blah blah, but who you got? Who's your best and who's your bottom last? Let me know in the comment.